my god, why am I so large? Oh my god, hold on. This is incorrect. It was I'm still large. Okay, great. Love to see that. Okay. I'm supposed to be more. Okay. God dang it. We were so close to no technical difficulties and now we don't have an echo though. So, thanks to Jessica. And I need to fix Jessica's camera. Hopefully no echo for live chat. Let us know. Let me fix the camera input for Jessica. Let's see. There we go. I'm going to move the camera over a little bit. There we go. Oh, wrong. Dear God. Never mind. Technical difficulties coming in hot. All right. Okay. Hello.
Hi.
How's everyone doing? Jessica, how are you doing?
Good.
I was so stoked to not go into this with any technical issues, and then it just happens every time. Oh my god. Alexis, I'm so glad Baby Snark is doing awesome on the road trip. That's incredible.
Yes.
Jessica,
I've traveled with babies plenty of times.
Not for the faint of heart, I will tell you that. It is not for the faint of heart. So,
especially when your travel agent thinks it's a great idea to send you with 3 littles on a red eye.
what?
7, 5, and a year and 5 months. A year, yeah. We never recovered.
Oh my god. Wow,
Yeah,
that sounds awful. That sounds like the worst.
that entire trip was just terrible, but yeah.
Oh my god, Mr. Ranger Lab, we like a variety of technical difficulties, not the same one every time. I mean, thank you. And if you're having a rough day in the chat, I'm glad you're here. I hope you feel like this is a safe place to land. I know we're gonna get to roast some really bad social media advice, and don't forget to take care of yourself. Hydrate, take your medicine if you need to, and if you don't want to listen to really bad social media advice, this is probably not the stream for you, but we'll take a pity lick of the stream if you feel generous. And yes, here's what happened. I lost track of the days with trying to apply for jobs, and I remembered I had a Discord stream. And then I remembered when I was looking at the Shanna Gardner Fernandez thing, something was supposed to happen today, but it didn't end up getting filmed, I don't think. And then I forgot to reschedule the stream on earlier in the week. So I'm super sorry. I'm so sorry. And I turned it private after I realized. So I'm sorry.
I should be checking the schedule daily, my bad.
Yeah, Jessica keeps me in line. I will tell you that. So
it's a running joke because DC and I work together. I'm always like, don't forget we have a meeting tomorrow. And she would be like, crap! What
forgot.
would I do without you?
I don't know. I would have probably gotten fired earlier, and then we probably wouldn't have been in the mess we were in, but still, holy crap.
You did not get fired.
No, I mean, I would have gotten fired if I'd, flaked on stuff. No. Actually, I did forget a meeting one time, and they were like, where are you? Are you okay? And I was like, oh my God, I just had, sometimes time feels like it's I can tell 10 minutes, and sometimes 5 hours feels like 10 minutes, like when I'm streaming with Jessica. So sometimes it goes very fast, and sometimes I just lose track of stuff. I don't know why that happens. It just happens frequently. But and live chat suffers the brunt of that, I know. But I appreciate that y'all are still here and, put up with me. I really do appreciate it. And Coconuts, I hope that you continue to feel better after your accident and that you have limited side effects. So, yes. It's a wobbly, wobbly, timey-wimey ball of stuff. Mm-hmm. I get it. The amount of alarms, timers I use in a day is ridiculous. Just in time for Eric to ruin my dinner. I know. We're happy to help. We're so here's some tea also. If you aren't sure if you want to stay for the whole stream, John Melton is gonna tell us how many people he recruited last year. And just to ruin his life a little bit, he only recruited 57 people last year.
What?
Not 157, not 1,157, not 11,057, just 57. So I was surprised. A top.
That's like one a week with a bonus 4 times.
Yeah.
A bonus a quarter.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's once a week with a bonus once a quarter during a week. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh
and John
God.
Melton, Aaron Bees and Jesse Lee Ward used to be in John Melton's downline of Discord. You know, their downline of Modere. So I just thought that was hilarious. So yeah, I did put the video into Chrome today, so we shouldn't have any of the issues with the pausing and doing all that stuff. Okay.
Oh, that's so fun now, restarting the video.
Listen, Mr. Ranger Lab already said we can't do the same technical difficulty every time. So I'm trying to open up the arena for other technical difficulties to grace us with their presence. You know, I'm a giver.
Is that why I got the green screen, to add another layer of complication to your life?
Yes, I mean we're just here for the live chat. We're just here to manage expectations and surprise and delight with this. I love it so much though, feeling like we're kind of in the same room having a conversation, and you know we can just react to stuff and not obscure as much of the screen. I love it. I love it so much, and I love that you got it for us. So, live chat, thanks to Auntie Lushie for investing in a green screen for us. So. Okay,
and
Kate, good luck.
We'll be, jokes on we're in the same room.
I know. That's gonna be the best. We're gonna have the real trick, y'all. So you'll have to come back and see when we actually are in the same room. So let's go.
It will happen.
Slide overview. This is wrong. Both react. Okay. So close. I just forgot to put the screen up. Edit. Chrome. Okay, we're getting closer. Love to see it. And we'll just put the edges in. And then I do need to make sure one thing, to make sure it's in. Okay, system audio is activated. Fraser Brooks, activated. Fraser's going to talk a little bit about TikTok and tell us all of his special little tips. So, let me fix... I kind of screwed up Jessica's view real quick. Why can't I resize this? What? 1 second. Okay. I don't know what I couldn't resize you, so not today, Satan.
The curtain.
Yes. My yarn I'm working on and my medicine. All right. Praying for technical difficulty. He's not going to be here the whole time, thank God. And he's on 1.25 speed, so we're going to zoom through this shit show. All right.
All right, real quick. I want to share.
Oh, and I took out the pauses and the filler words, so.
Do I need to introduce myself, or are we beyond that?
No, we're not.
I think
We're not beyond that.
Beyond that, I think
we are not beyond that. Okay. Oh my god. Okay, I'm ready. I'm so ready. I'm sorry. Jessica, introducing the brains, the talent, the reminders behind all the good things that happen on the stream. Auntie Lushie, our zombie queen. Okay.
Yeah, basically, thanks. You did my job.
No, you have to do the details. I was just trying to do the hype up, the MLM, the love bombing and stuff.
Hi, I'm Jessica. I am a Pyroman's Hunt dropout because, of course, I would join the most inappropriate MLM. Of course I would. Yeah, I live in Washington. Sometimes. No, I do. The other day, I was gonna wear a shirt on string that said Portland, Oregon, because it's Columbia Sportswear and it's Portland. Why am I pixelated to shit?
I don't know. You're pixelated on the input as well, so it looks like maybe you've got unstable internet connection.
Which is weird because my husband is leaving, so maybe he turned his computer to do something while he's out. We'll blame him. I don't know.
We'll blame him. I'm good with that.
That's my guess that he's probably exporting something for work because he has a 20-minute appointment. Oh my gosh, I obviously have ADHD if you didn't pick up on that. I also have cerebral palsy. I'm just a hot mess express over here. I'm DC's best friend. Oh, DC's my best friend. Don't know.
Oh my god, Jessica. She like the jabs. I'm like, it's a long. Okay, we're best friends. Okay. Oh my god.
I need new hobbies because apparently one of my hobbies is throwing my friends under the bus. I think I'm done running my mouth.
Yeah, save yourself for the rest of the stream. Hi, I'm DC. I'm a multi-level marketing dropout. I was in Young Living and Mary Kay Cosmetics, and yes, it was as bad as it sounds. I have been out since 2022, battling technical difficulties and multi-level marketing companies in my, I guess in my spare time, but I stream a lot because the live chat is freaking magical. Y'all make the streams incredible, and I love the conversations that happen here. I love a good PowerPoint roast, and I love sneaking into stuff, and that's how we got this social media masterclass. And we looked at it at members only in its entirety, and unfortunately it was 5 hours, but now we're going into detail with the brains, Jessica. So we're doing two videos today. The panel and the rest of Fraser Brooks' help he's given to all of us. So I'm ready to go. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, here we go. If you don't know Fraser Brooks, he's a coach in the MLM space. His dad was a big leader in one of the companies. I don't remember which one, but Heather C knows. Thumbs down or what's up? Thanks so much for watching. I appreciate that. Okay, here we go. Let's go.
With you how to get more followers on any platform, but mainly Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Okay, if that would be cool with you, just drop a 3 in the chat. I'm just going to share you this really, really quickly because this has helped me over the years. Because one of the biggest questions I get is, I don't know how to build a brand, or I don't know what my niche is, for example. This is because I'm a visual person. Drop a 4 in the chat if you're a visual person as well. Like I need to kind of like have a visual just so I understand it more, because I like simple things, right? That's your niche. This big circle represents your niche, and that is who you help. Let me know in the chat, who do you help? And if the answer is everyone, you end up helping no one. It's one of the first things about branding you'll ever learn. If you try and help everyone, you end up saving no one. But it is. I help golfers. I help women. I help moms. I help families. I help overworked workers. I help corporate people. Brilliant. You guys are on the right track. Start there. Now, start broad. So start with women. There you go. You got half the population. And in time, it might go to, I help married women, or I help married women over the age of 50. And you're not limiting your reach. Why? Because the married women you get into your team, their niche might be students over 30 years old, or 40-year-old women who are returning to college, right? It's like, just because your niche is attracting a certain group doesn't mean there aren't going to be people in your team who aren't going to go after another different type of person. That's who. And I've coached many people over the years who, when they get obsessed with who they help, everything in their lives change, not just in their network marketing business, but their brand and other side incomes that they're creating from that. Inside of the who you help, then comes other circles. I love circles. I've shared the circles a lot over my years on the whiteboards, sharing the compensation plan. And these...
You didn't make a circle. Like, you didn't invent it. Like, I love that you love the shape. I don't know why that was important. I don't know why this couldn't have been a pre-planned PowerPoint. Someone was saying in the comments of the video when we covered Transact, Mr. Etch-a-Sketch himself, that it's a sales technique, or it's a sales tactic to draw while you are talking so that someone's following and not necessarily listening to what you're saying, which is the beauty of reacting to a live stream, so we can pause. But he's about to tell us who's in his circle, so we're about to find out. And Aaron wants to know, Fraser, do you like pyramids? Because you seem to like them.
No, it's Mickey Mouse.
Oh. Oh my God.
Can be bigger, they can be smaller. These represent the
flower.
themes that are inside of the brand. For example, you help mums. What are all the different themes that you would talk about for the mums? Twin mums, mums who love wine, mums who watch Netflix, mums who read, mums who love adventure.
Okay.
With their partner, mums who are looking for another partner, right? Mums with teenagers. Like, there are, and again, that's just stay-at-home mums, right? Mums in an online business. What about yoga? Yoga at home, yoga in the studio, clothing for yoga,
yes,
right? Yoga for beginners. The themes are what creates your brand. Here's why. Pay very close attention to what I'm about to share with you, because this is what really changed everything for me and a lot of people who I've personally worked with. Branding is a promise that you make to your audience. They know exactly what to expect from you. That's all it is. Branding is a promise to your audience. They know exactly what they're going to get from you.
Kind of. I mean, yes, but it's not. Kind of. If that's one way you want to put it. I mean, a branding helps clarify your message and what you're communicating to your audience. It's a promise, but it's mostly helping the clarity of the message. So it's not. I don't exactly agree with how he described it, but that's just me. It's not. What do you think, Jessica?
Or don't you eventually lose interest if you're doing the same thing over and over? Like, you don't have to necessarily reinvent the wheel, but you can't just rest on one thing with your brand.
Yeah, I think you have a dynamic conversation. I think he's also talking about your audience avatar, as opposed to the brand itself. The audience avatar fits inside your brand because your clarity of your message helps you talk to the person who either wants your goods and services or who's interested in what you're talking about if you're in the influencer whatever space. But what he's saying isn't completely wrong. It's just not really hitting what I feel like is the important part of what branding does for people and for companies. Jill, thank you so much for upgrading your membership. That's super awesome. Here's what y'all can expect from me. I'm a loudmouth sasshole, and I won't apologize for it. I love that.
Don't.
Never apologize. They know what to expect from you, and that's why they avoid you like the plague. And again, something that Jessica, something that you were saying is you don't want something that is repetitive and the same so that people don't want to come back and see what you're doing. I think you make your brand strong so that if somebody already has decided they like you or maybe is indecisive, that's an open door. Like it's a partly clarity of message and the ability to communicate with someone who is in your audience avatar. Like you're saying, it's not just copy and paste or become a clone. It's, I don't know. We'll keep listening to him because unfortunately we're probably going to dissect every single thing he says.
When someone thinks about your name...
Oh, I forgot to play our song. We forgot to play our Hun song. Hold on. With that, if I play it, whether I don't have to mute it, but because the last couple times I didn't have to mute it, and if I play it too much, Disney doesn't like it, but sometimes Disney lets me get away with it, and which is awesome. Hello, Eclectic Mima! Oh, I should have had this on the cover. Because I also had this lady doing this. So, I don't mess with people's pictures. I will either clarify them with interpolation, but I don't make their eyes bigger. Sometimes I'll do like money emojis like for Carl Deichler, but I don't distort their features because that's not what I want to do. But if I can find a good like, what are we doing? Then I'll grab that. Did we do the disclaimer? Yes, we did. It's at the beginning of the stream now. It just kind of flows in from the little new subscribe, don't be a lint licker. We don't do ad hominem, stuff like that. And then it goes right after that. So.
Introduction.
Yes. Yes. If you know anything, you know Jessica is literally always helping me with the words. And I absolutely need the help. So I freaking love it. I appreciate it.
Someone thinks about Katie or Bianca or David, whatever they think about is your brand. When your back is turned and you can't influence them, whatever they think about is a brand. So again, Eric mentioned Jessie Lee, and the majority of you guys know Jessie Lee because, yeah, a lot of people know Jessie Lee. So I'm going to use her as an example.
Oh my God.
She would help people who want to change their life in one way, right? Her who kind of morphed and changed over the years, right? But she would talk constantly about her dogs, about her business, about her friends who were influencers, right?
So clout chasing? No? Yes? Clout chasing? A little?
I like how he put in there her friends who are influencers.
Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, they brought Jessie Lee up all throughout this conference, and Eric Worre is going to say, oh, I would love to have Jessie Lee as an AI in our system to train people. What? It's not your decision. I hope it's not your decision.
Like I said last time, just because there's no will doesn't mean there's no state. That's not how this works. There's still idiots.
Yep.
I mean, unintelligent life people.
About travel, about her business, about her product. And that's what you love.
He said business twice. So come on.
Knowing her for, right? That was her brand. Who you help. Now, here's the thing. Every brand, every theme that you have has to relate to the who because it's inside the circle. But if you go, well, I help mums and I just want to talk from a dad's perspective today. Well, it's outside the circle. So the only way you can talk about this is by going, hang on a minute. How do I bring it into the circle? Okay, I want to talk about dads. As a mum, I've always wondered what it would be like to be a dad. I woke up, I decided to put my hair up, put a cap on, wore my husband's clothes, and I'm going to document my day as a dad. I'm going to do exactly what I see him doing, which is usually absolutely flipping nothing. And I'm going to see how long I can go until he realizes that I'm playing him, right? You have to bring it into the circle. Otherwise, you're confusing people. You're confusing people because you're talking about too much. Because as soon as when you try to be known for everything, you get known for nothing, okay? Then there's a third number of circles. I know, there's a lot of flipping circles. Now, the circles, inside the circles,
oh God,
these are the stories. These are the stories that you tell inside that theme. Let's go. I help mums. And we've got stay-at-home mums or business mums. Then what are the stories that you're going to tell to business mums? It could be things like books that you've read, lessons that you've learned, events that you've attended.
No. It's not just events that you've attended. It's events that you've attended as a mom that helps you be a better mom. Like you have to, it's not, he's just like, oh yeah, you're a mom. What do you do? That fits in our circle. So we're going to talk about it. If you're going to say that all of your circles have to be meaningful and you have to condense it to what you're talking about, then you need to tie those, you need to connect those for your audience because this is confusing as hell. And yes, Aaron said now it's really looking like muscle fibers. Like, don't you think this is complicated and what he's saying isn't quite clear enough for like if someone's new in learning about branding and marketing, Jessica?
Yeah, like it makes no sense.
Yeah. Okay, here we go.
Mentors that you've had, tips for how to build a business from home. That's all it is. And then if you've got another story, it's like, hey, any twin mums out there, let me tell you the story. Jeez, man. I was excited when I found out that I was going to get twins, and then I realized how am I going to push both of them out, and then right? You tell the story, but the story goes inside one of the themes. I hope that helps in some way because that's how you're going to build more followers. It's just how it is, right? It's just how it is. And
okay, follow this logic or this illogical thought process. If every single thing that I experience is supposed to be used in my marketing path, in my branding path, then all of the things that I've gone through, trauma included, has to be some sort of pull for people to be interested in who I am and what I'm selling. It's such a... you can get into twisty, murky waters really fast doing that. And you don't have to do that. People who don't want to share their personal things that they've gone through for the purposes of selling stuff, you don't have to do that. And we're listening to Frasier basically say, hey, if it happened to you, it's open season. If it fills in one of your circles about what your brand's about, talk about it. Come on.
Well, that's how you just get dad jokes from Jessica.
Jessica. I mean, Jessica can do whatever she wants to. She's the talent on the channel. Oh my God.
If he knew my dad, he would appreciate my dad jokes. He would be like, you're my kid. You're too much like me.
I love that. I love that he would love that. Let me answer this question. Why tell the stories? It has nothing to do with the product. Stories sell. And not everyone buys for different reasons. Some people buy because the product's cheaper. Some people buy because the product is better quality. Some people buy because of what it has done for somebody else. So there's different reasons, there's different psychology around the sales of products and services, and that's why they have people tell stories so that you can humanize the salesperson and let the audience be more open for the salesperson, the MLM rep, the influencer to continue talking, to get the chance to layer the product more and more and more. So
yeah,
Wendy.
Because the stories are probably nonchalantly hit on pain points, like talking about twin moms, like talking about the early newborn days or the NICU days of just being exhausted and being like, oh, I wish I had ketones when we were in the NICU. Like, that's why they tell these stories, to plant seeds, to be like, oh, this product will solve this pain point.
Yeah, and one of the things too, the stories unfortunately open up product claims that you can't make, but also telling stories can fall into the bite model of authoritarian control in the emotional control aspect, or even on the influence continuum. If you start falling on the destructive or negative side of the influence continuum because you're manipulating people's emotions, and in this case, in a commercial cult, in my opinion, that you are manipulating people to get them to buy because they feel sorry for you or they feel some type of way that your story evoked that emotion. Is that illegal to do? No. Is it twisty to do? Yes. So I think it's important to like break it down even further to what he's saying, because you could influence and sell things in an ethical way. And is Frasier teaching us how to do that? I don't think so at all. I just turned 40 and both of my parents have been gone for years. Dad 2013, Mama 2016. I jokingly refer to myself as the little orphan Branny. It's not funny, but it's kind of funny. I think the live chat is definitely a place for some dark humor for sure. And I'm glad that y'all feel comfortable to be able to share and process. Okay, coconuts, good luck.
Stories, just use this rule. Share a struggle before you share a success. Share a struggle before you share a success.
There it is. Emotional control. Do we even have that picture? I don't even think we do. Hold on. Oh, God. You got this on the destructive side and the constructive, healthy side. It gets twisty really fast. Fear, guilt. There's lots of things that start to push. There's influence everywhere. Does it fall? And again, the question is, and you can answer this for yourself, does it fall on the destructive side and unhealthy influence, or the constructive side and healthy influence? So that you can have more active, an active process in recognizing and being targeted by people's influence. So
that's such a great graphic.
I didn't come up with it. I just made it because the other one wasn't good. So, oh God, no, we're not in the same room yet. We're in a green screen.
Not yet.
See, isn't that fun though? I feel like this is fun. It's like a convo.
This is like the best part of the stream.
Yeah. Hey Tori, I hope you had a good nap. It could be thought control, but again, why are we talking about the struggle first and then we talk about something positive? You're feeling some kind of way. You may be feeling lower or more vulnerable, or you're connecting with maybe something that you've also gone through as well. And then you get that, I guess maybe a dopamine effect, or you get that higher type of positive feeling when you say a positive story. So then you feel good leaving, that conversation or watching those stories, and then you want to come back for more, and they rinse and repeat. And then, because they're doing that in the context of selling their product, you get layered and layered and layered with, in my opinion, emotional control, maybe more than thought control, because of how they're doing their marketing and branding. And marketing and branding isn't inherently evil. I would love for more people to understand how it works, so that if they're being influenced against their will or they don't understand how much influence is going on in their lives, they could maybe wake up and stop it if they want to. The whiteboard drawing the mitochondria as the powerhouse of the cell. That is what it's giving.
Yes.
Oh, God. The good thing is we're not going to have hopefully the video issues that we did last time because we're in Chrome today. So, great.
People want to know the downs more than they want to know the ups. Now, that might sound contradictory because I said before, get rid of the photos where you're drunk on the floor from 12 years ago, 20 years ago, whatever.
Go ahead, Jessica.
But, like, my upline legit told me I'm not booking parties because I talking about being in pain all the time, even though it had been months since I booked a party. Like, they had nothing to do with each other, but like, yeah, my upline was like, well, you're failing because of what you're posting. You're too negative.
Wow. I can believe they said that to you because it's MLM, but I can't believe sometimes just what humans do to one another is just, it's mind-boggling.
Well, like, back then, I screwed up my neck. I don't know what I did. It was right when we bought the Wranglers, so it was probably me a dumbass in the Wrangler, because we would go off-roading. I don't know what I did to my neck, but I had to have, like, steroids, like, go to the OR type procedure, and my upline like, you're being negative. I'm like, this is kind of a big deal, my dude. Like, it's not a little pain. It was a big freaking deal.
Yeah. And I think there's also sometimes lack of empathy on people's parts too about not understanding a change in pain or chronic pain, or even like they don't get it. And then that they probably didn't know how to train, how to sell well. And so the default is it's your fault. It's something you're doing that is wrong.
And the ironic part is I had rolled up, so like, because she didn't understand the rules, so she lost me. So I wasn't even under her, so like, it wasn't affecting her that I was gonna quit. Like, I don't get it to this day.
That's so wild. And also, the drama that the multi-level marketing compensation plan causes for so many people is wild. It is, I would watch reality TV about that. People raging about stuff in the compensation plan that's directly affecting them. I would totally watch that.
When you see big leaders freak out when little people finally sign people and somehow get those people from them.
Yep. 100%.
You can delete that post, but keep that photo to be able to share in a different way, right? Think about it. When you're on a roller coaster, where's all the drama? When you're on the way up, oh, I'm excited. Or when you're on the way down, where's the flash of the camera? And you're like, no, that photo's gonna be bad, right? It's when the roller coaster is in the shit. Let's be honest. It's not when everything's great, but don't overdo it, right? Don't overdo it. Like, I'm a drama queen. Today's drama. I've got 3 posts for you today, and it's all bad. No, you share the struggle before the success, because the decision that you made that transitions from the struggle to the success is going to make all the difference. Okay, last thing I'll mention, I think this is going to be the last thing that I've got for you guys, is how to find more prospects, right? How many of you guys drop a 4 in the chat if finding more prospects, regardless of what your niche is, would help? Okay, good, because a lot of people think, right, I'm talking about dogs, or I'm talking about being a stay-at-home mom, or I'm talking about golf dad, or I'm talking about single dad, or I'm talking about being a widow, whatever, that means I've got to go and find people who are interested in that. Not necessarily, because I'm going to share you this. And to be fair, it was Angel Fletcher. We love Angel. Angel, if you're out there, I'm going to share this that you shared with me. And I kind of found like my own way through it. And it works well for you to be able to get unlimited number of prospects. We use Facebook groups for this, because that's what I'm talking about today, Facebook and TikTok. We use Facebook groups. I want you to think of all the interests that you have, regardless of your niche. You get bonus points if it relates to your niche, but I want you think all of the interests that you've got. You've got dogs, you've got travel, you've got food, you've got fashion, right? You have an interest, and I want you to go on to Facebook, right? And I'll show you. Let me show you real quick, because I like to be practical with this one.
Graphic design's my passion.
You guys can see me. Yes. Right? And you're just going to search travel, for example, and then you're going to click where it says groups at the top, and then you've got thousands and tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of groups. Okay, for those of you who didn't know how to do that, Facebook, interest in the search bar, click on groups, and it's going to show all the.
Okay. Do y'all remember the scandal with Randy Anderson and Jamie Lee Curtis? What Aaron talked about the other day about Randy completely copying the post and then putting it on her own and not giving credit. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I looked at it yesterday because, yeah, it's hilarious.
Guess what they're going to be training in this class?
How to steal shit from Jamie Lee Curtis?
Well, how to steal shit in general. So it is going to be, you wonder why they were doing that. I mean, unethical, yes, but they train on that in this class. So get ready for it.
Groups, okay? Now, once you've done that, I want you to just find 5 different variations of these groups, okay? This could be Travel America, Travel California, Travel for mums, travel for families, travel in your 20s, for example. And if you can't find the group, because there isn't a group about it, that's usually where opportunity is, as a side note, right? I don't want you to go into that path just yet. That can come down the line, right? I want you to find 5 to 10 groups. Start with 5. And here's what you're going to do. I like drawing circles, by the way.
Oh, God.
Group 1, Group 2, Group 3, Group 4, Group 5. On Monday, you go into Group 1, and you find a post that has performed very well. Now, performance is based on comments in groups. Doesn't matter how many views, doesn't matter how many likes, doesn't matter how many shares. Comments is the only metric we're looking at. We're going to find a post Mary made 3 weeks ago, and it's blown up. She said, "Hey, mums, if you're going away for 3 days, what's the normal amount of luggage to take in weight? Over 10 kilos or under 10 kilos? I know. I'm giving you guys an example, right? Blowing up. 10 kilos is enough. No, go for 30 kilos. Yeah, but my husband says it's whatever. It just kicks off. What do? You do what everyone does on social media. Every single person's done it in some way, because there is no unique message, just unique messengers. We take that post from Group 1 and we post it into Group 2. And then we post it into Group 3. And we post it into Group 4. And we post it into Group 5. Ta-da!
What I want to do is I want to just give this cut and then post, what's it, Auntie MLM, who did the coverage of Randy Anderson too. Take the post, make it your own, post it in the other groups that you're in so you can start gaining traction. Tell me, Randy, you know what? Let's just be nosy. Let's see if Randy Anderson posted that she was coming to this training. Let's see.
Side note, you really need his ta-da on your soundboard.
Okay, I will do that. I totally will do that. Okay, let's see. Oh, here we go. Let's see, Randy.
I thought you were gonna see how many bullshit groups Randy joined.
Yeah. Wait. How do I find her? Okay, hold on. Randy Anderson.
You're blocked.
Anderson, Jesse Lee.
That was Jesse Lee.
Okay, there we go. We have her.
She verified.
She's paying for it. Let's see. Where is your Facebook? Hold on.
Oh, I found it.
Can you send me the link, or can you look to see if she shared the social media masterclass from Eric Worre on her page?
Yeah, when was it?
It was a couple of weeks ago.
Oh.
She recently blocked Aaron.
Yeah.
Love it. She's paying to be verified.
Here's a stolen post. How much do you tip your hairstylist?
Yep.
Oh gosh, please say this is another no. Sorry, I'm getting distracted by your fuckery. Oh gosh.
She might have not, but Barb Pitcock went to the social media masterclass, which is hilarious because their launch is just going so well in Frequence. And she might have not shared it and still went to it. I don't know if Rendy went to it, but listening to Frasier talk about taking someone's post and posting it in the other groups that you're a part of and basically taking it word for word, wild. And David, Barb and David. I called David Mike the other night, and I was like, why did I do that? I don't know. In my head, I was like, Mike. Nope, David.
I don't even need to look. Like, so many of these posts are clearly stolen.
Okay. Well, that's good to know. Very good to know.
Like, they're generic. My son, my husband, like, not saying their names. If you judge people, you have no time to love them.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, okay. Okay, Rendy, got it. I would love to see someone comment on one of the posts asking how many other groups they posted the same thing. Yep.
But you can't copy. No one.
20, I would say half of her posts are stolen because she'll add a caption to, like, a photo with text.
Oh. Yep.
Yeah, these are not your posts, man.
I'm so sorry, Patricia. Oh.
Farm life. So.
Yeah.
Someone's going to come at you and say, Kerry, listen, you cannot post Samantha's post or Mary's post from that other group that I'm not even in as your own. Go and tell that.
Tell that to Jamie Lee Curtis, but continue on Fraser Brooks. Like, okay.
To everyone who went on stage and goes, you do know you're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Because that's copied from what someone said before. Whether it's Zig Ziglar, Jim Rohn, I don't even flipping know anymore, right? Guess what you do on Tuesday? Go into group number 2. Go and find a post that performed really, really well. Copy it. Post it into group 1, into group 3, into group 4, into group 5. Ta-da! Guess what you do on Wednesday? You'll never believe it. Go into group 3. Find a post that worked really, really well. Copy it. And then post it into group 1, into group 2, into group 4, into group 5. Guess what you do on Thursday? I think you guys know where I'm going with this. You don't post on a Thursday. Just kidding, right? You follow it. Now, there is a little thing you got to be aware of. If the post is, hey everyone, Samantha here, and I'm super excited to be taking my 2 twin girls, Mary and Jane, to California today, and there's a photo of her with her 2 daughters. You're not going to post the photo of them. You're going to post one of you. You're not going to post their names. You're going to change what you need to. It's your own thing. This is what's called modeling or content hacking, right?
Or plagiarizing. Yes? Right? Plagiarism?
Yeah. Can you play? Yeah, it's stealing. It's gross. It's lazy.
Yeah.
So, randomly, one time, I just nonchalantly put on my stories, like, I don't understand how people, like, don't live without Costco. Like, I don't get it. Like, I have no kids. It's just the 2 of us, but we've always had Costco. And, like, that post blew up. And my upline's like, now post a booking status now. Like, your algorithm's on fire right now. This is the time you post about your business.
Okay. Wow. The thing is, it's like if your algorithm or whatever is warmed up and you have a little fire going and it's on fire because of what you've put in your little fire pit, adding something completely different to the fire pit may douse the fire that you already have. I mean, it's just
Wish it did.
so they don't really know what they're talking about.
Weird.
Content hacking, Fraser, that's stealing. As a professor, all I can say is cite your source. Yes. Yep. Except don't when, especially the internet will find you. So even if you don't, I guess the internet will still find you.
It's completely fine to do it. For those of you who are in the generation of me and older, where you covered up your exams, right? You were like, no one's watching me. I get it. It feels uncomfortable to do it. But you model what's worked and you put it into another group. That's all you've got to do. And this is how you can generate leads on demand. And this is probably the reason why Facebook is the #1 platform for recruiting right now. If you're in a dip in your business, if you're stuck in your business, you can't reach the next rank in your business, guess what you need to go do? Flip and recruit. You need to get onto Facebook, you need to go into some groups, and this is what you do. Just you've got the whole strategy. When you've made your post in the group, all right, this is a photo, this is the text, and you start getting all these comments, reach out to them. Start a conversation. Hey, name, how you found them, ask them a question. Now, you don't say, hey, name. You replace the word name with whatever their name is, right? Hey, Tina. Hey, Tina. Hey, Tina. Right? Hello. Hey, Tina. Thanks much for the comment on the Travel California group. You massively helped me. Where would you recommend I stay, right? So, hey, name, address how you found them. Otherwise, they'll go, how did you find me? This is weird. Why have you added me? And then ask a question. Now, can you be done? Can you be kicked out of the group? Yeah. Because some people will go, hang on a minute, I saw that 17 years ago you posted your online business as a photo on your profile page, whatever, right? But the idea is you connect based on interests and you build a conversation, because I'll tell you what, the most profitable platform on social media, this is a fact and it will always be this platform, the messenger. The messenger. We won't talk about it because we'll say Facebook, Instagram.
The fact that he's telling people to pretend to be friends with others and try to start up a relationship, a friendship by connecting over shared interests, and then to steer the conversation, slightly pivot the conversation away from those shared interests to talk about your multi-level marketing scheme. Come on.
But if they join your team, they become your bestie.
That's true. So I forgot about that. The allure of that. Ugh. It's just if you have a hard time making friends, it's very eye-opening to realize that someone targeted you for your credit card and not because they actually wanted to be friends with you. That's, and people give the recruiter the benefit of the doubt, like, oh my gosh, we connected so well. Maybe they just enjoy my company so much. That's why they wanted, to ask me if I wanted to be on their team, or they know I'm in financial difficulty and they wanted to give me an opportunity to make money. That's so kind. When you're a warm body with an ability to sign up for a independent contractorship with a multi-level marketing company and you have a credit card. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
And the relationship comes with a hefty price. Totally right, Patricia. Yep, I was told to do this from past uplines. Yep. Hi, Charlene. We are up to fluffery. Much fluffery and fuckery. So it's bad.
Just like, why is he still talking? I'm tired.
I don't
of
know.
him.
And Charlene, he just told us about the plagiarism. Sorry, my dog's yodeling. He just told us about the copying the post from one group and posting it in another group, which is just what Randy Anderson did with Jamie Lee Curtis. So if you're, getting told to plagiarize, check. That's what you're learning in this masterclass.
Just next time, don't do it to a celebrity.
Yeah. Yep.
Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, LinkedIn, but the most profitable platform is and always will be the messenger. Your goal on social media is stop being the investigator, trying to figure out who will be the best person for your business, and start being the instigator. What content can you create to be able to instigate a conversation that feels natural? What conversations can you have that feel normal and natural to you until you become the professional where nothing flipping hurts? You can speak to everyone about your business regardless what the outcome is going to be. But when you're starting out on social media, guess what? You're going to have to give yourself a reason like, oh, okay, maybe I can reach out to them because now it's not weird. All right? Give that a go. The assignment that I would give you, whether you like Facebook or not, I know it might not be your primary platform. That's totally fine. But guess what? There'll be people on your team who love Facebook and are like, oh, I just can't get my head around Instagram. I get it. You're not alone. There are millions of people all around the world with the same issue. Is go and follow this strategy, right? Go and find 5 groups on one interest. Guess what? There'll be 100 groups on one interest. There'll be thousands of groups on one interest. You'll never run out. And once you feel like you do, you just change your flipping interest. Because like me, you've probably got many interests that you want to talk about, but then you're like, oh, the niche. I can't talk about dogs because my niche is women. That doesn't match up. Who cares? I got my second wind. I was tired before. Now I'm on it. All right, go get the interests. Start getting really good at identifying the posts. All it takes is seeing how many comments a post gets. Model it into the group 2, model it into group 3, 4, 5, repeat Monday till Friday. You can have a couple of days off with this strategy because you're going to be inundated. My goal is that you say to me, Fraser, I'm overwhelmed. What are you overwhelmed with? I've got too many people to talk to. Go and ask Eric if that ever was said in the 80s and the 90s and even the noughties in network marketing. No one ever said that. Oh, I've just got too many people to talk to. I've got leads coming out. No one ever said that. You are lucky, fortunate, and blessed to have these tools available to build your business. There are no excuses for you.
I'm not going to let you tell us what you feel. You are lucky. You are fortunate. You are blessed. And you better appreciate how incredible this online opportunity is. Okay, Fraser, thanks so much. Thank you so much.
It's victim blaming is, oh, we did it before the internet, so you should be able to do it because now it's easy. We had it so hard. You're so lucky. Something's wrong with you because it's so easy for you now.
Yep. And they do this in other groups. Yeah, he's in the coaching sector. Eric Worre is too. They've both been around and in multi-level marketing. And they're still around it, obviously, but they're not actively selling. And what we see with coaches or leaders in the multi-level marketing space is what Jessica is saying, blaming somebody because you're a bad teacher, blaming someone because if you blame them, then you're not responsible for what a bad job you did communicating an idea or a training or an action step for the independent rep. Because then gaslighting works for a lot of people. So, gross. Hey, Eloise. Come on, DC. Come on, IDC. They're in the people business. Yes. This is the throw shit against the wall and see what sticks strategy. In certain circumstances, sure, but this is their whole MO of building their network. Yep.
Why don't you use that strategy either in the very beginning or at the very end when nothing else works? So you're like, fuck it. Throw everything at the wall. Like, that shouldn't be your entire strategy.
Correct. Yep. Especially, and that shouldn't be what's being communicated by a social media expert. That's one thing to throw things against the wall as a new person who doesn't understand something or doesn't understand a platform, or if a new platform is making its way onto the market and trying to see whatever. And I say this in the context because we're in a social media class, but let's say Snapchat or let's say TikTok came out, the most recent from the other social platforms, people were learning how to use it, and it's different than Instagram. It's different than YouTube. It's different than Facebook. And things that perform well on TikTok don't necessarily perform as well on Instagram or YouTube or Facebook or whatever. And if you don't have expertise in it, then you throw things at the wall. You do A/B testing or ABC testing with your content to see, okay, this content performs well. Then if you can develop a pattern for understanding why it works well, great. And if you cannot understand why your stuff isn't doing well, hire somebody who's an actual coach. What the hell? Not a leech for your time and your money. So, awesome, Eloise. I'm glad that helped.
You not being able to do it. None. Zero. There are no business problems. There are only personal problems. Okay? Guys, I hope you got some value there. I believe my time is up. I really appreciate you guys doing that. Go and do your Facebook cleanup. Clean up your friends list as well if you need to. Create that Facebook facelift. Create that TikTok. Clean up your TikTok. Use the pin post. Go make magic happen. I'm proud of you guys. Eric, thanks so much for having me, and I can't wait to see the rest of this content.
Fraser, thank you very much. I appreciate you, my brother. Listen, throw some emojis, throw some fire, throw a 7 in the chat if you got some value from that. A couple things I want to tell you. Just start. Just start. Anything he just shared, just start. Just do it. Take one piece, just do it. Doesn't have to be perfect. Doesn't have to be a masterpiece. Just improve. Get better. Okay? And then I want to put on the other side of this, I think on social, if I combined all of my followers, it's got to be 4 million, probably. Something like 4 million-ish, something like that. And I'm nothing special. Truly, a lot of the people that follow me, for whatever reason, I'm just telling you, I'm an average Joe who's gone out there and just started, okay? But I want you to think, if you were able to get 10,000 followers, could you, over time, on all platforms, sponsor 500 of them? Could you add maybe another 500 to 1,000 customers by being able to do that? Some of you be willing to start small. Have 20 followers. Can you get one of those as a distributor? Can you get a couple more of those as a customer? The answer is yes, for real. You just got to start, and I want you to think with the end in mind. Think about what I could do if I was in the field. Now, I'm not going to be in the field. That's my pact with you, but 4 million people, how many of those could join me that don't know anything about network marketing? Big number, really big number. And think about where this is going to be and what's going to happen, and don't get overwhelmed. And anytime you feel yourself overwhelmed, we're going to have a little panel discussion now. I've got some superstars who are going to share some insights. Each one of them share some insights. And then we're going to introduce this tool to you that you're going to be able to use for free starting today to be able to get out there and get more quantity happening. Okay?
Real quick, we got some gifted memberships. Thank you so much to Amy.
Let's go.
Horatio Gold, headmaster. So very pleased to meet you. So very, very pleased.
Hello, sir. Heard you wanted to see me.
I'd like to say welcome. Welcome to Illyria. Welcome, 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 welcome to Illyria. I just wanted to have you in to say welcome.
Oh my gosh. Birdie got a membership. Stimmy Spice got one. Emberry got one. Sherry got one. And Jenny got one. Thank you so much. Amy says, happy early Valentine's Day. What soundbite would you like, Amy? Who mentioned Grant Cardone yesterday because that was a crazy rabbit hole last night. I don't remember who it was, but Grant Cardone's a whole moment.
Yeah. And new members, don't forget to join the Discord.
Yeah, so make a Discord, connect your YouTube account in Discord in the settings, and my channel will pop up automatically. As long as you're a member, you get access to fun stuff, and we have movie nights and TV streams and stuff like that, and there's lots of places to chat and lurk. And if you're a member, you get access to all that. Do I have him? Yes, I do.
Never been sick, perfect immune system.
Okay, well, if you've never been sick, then you don't have any antibodies.
I don't need them. Superior genes. I'm a shroot.
Superior genes. I'm a shroot. Oh. All right.
You're going to love it. It's spectacular. It's amazing. But let's go into the panel. I want to talk about Facebook and TikTok specifically. And we have a number of superstars, but one of them his name is John Melton. And John, he's going to talk about Facebook specifically. John, why don't you come on?
Okay, I'm sorry. I love a backstory. I love a villain or an origin story in general. John Melton was the person who was Jessie Lee's upline and basically ghosted her after she was terminated by Modere and went through that lawsuit with Modere. And John and Nadia have a pretty aggressive presence on all social platforms. They claim to have made the ad tag message system. Jessie Lee claims to have made the ad tag message system. I don't know who did, but they started claiming it around the same time, but they were also on the same team. And John is painted to be this incredible, huge leader in Modere, but we're going to listen to how many people he's recruited at the end of this video. So it's bad.
Come on up. How you doing, buddy?
Living the dream. How are you, Eric?
Good to see you. Good to see you. I'll pass the ball to you. Go ahead and share your insights specifically on Facebook.
Okay, cool. Definitely loved everything Fraser shared. And I think, a lot of us get easily overwhelmed. You talked about this, and I always say it's better to be overwhelmed than underwhelmed, where you're like, this is it. This is all we're learning. I already knew all this. But, the fact is, there's a lot of information out there, but the key to success is to take massive action. And that's exactly what my wife and I did a little over 10 years ago. We started building a personal brand because we started following people like you, Eric, Shalene Johnson, who you guys are going to hear from, one of my all-time favorites, Gary Vaynerchuk. They were talking about building brand and attraction marketing and learning how to be a content.
Aggressive presence, but very low engagement. Their numbers on their platforms are not good. Is that always indicative of their ability to recruit? No, but when you hear his recruiting numbers of 57 people last year, then I think he's got a problem. And he says that he and Nadia are both very outward focused. When you watch their stories, that seems to be the underlying driving whatever passion of theirs. And it's surprising. I don't know why my dog's yodeling. It's surprising that he doesn't seem to be able to outperform anybody in Modere, other than he's at the top of a schmear mid schmeme. So
Creator, not just a content consumer, right? We all consume content, but it's like, hey, how can I build my own community, my own following? And we did that through video. Back in the day, it was you pre-record a video, which was actually a lot harder because you'd watch your own video and you're like your own worst critic. Like, God, I sound like that. I look like that. This is brutal. But eventually Periscope came along. And I still remember, Eric, when you came to an event and you had the phone in your pocket, your jacket pocket, and you were live on Periscope. And I was like, I'm going to get on Periscope. I'm going to start doing videos, live videos every single day. And then, of course, eventually Facebook Live came around. And still today, I challenge people, just like Fraser was talking about, to really get the clarity of who you are, who you want to attract, how you want to show up. You really have to start putting out content, and live videos is just a great way to do it. So if you're struggling with pressing all the buttons and all the tools and what have you with TikTok and Reels and making short form videos, start out with just going live every day. In fact, I'll challenge all of you, do a 14-day video challenge. I'm literally doing this with my own team next week. And I haven't told them that yet. Surprise if you're on here from our team. We're going to launch this next week. But a 14-day video challenge, just encouraging people just to go live, even if it's just 5 minutes. Why? Because you get clarity, and clarity equals power on who you are, who you want to attract, how you want to show up, the topics that you want to talk about. Many of us get that analysis paralysis, and we're totally overthinking what we want to talk about on social. And I love Facebook, like Fraser said, because most people have Facebook. Now, you might come across people that have Instagram or TikTok, or they have all of the above. I just think Facebook Live is really easy. And here's the thing. There's really 3 steps. This is how we built a multi-million-dollar business all on social media. And it was just 10 years ago. We've been in the profession 22 years, but it wasn't that long ago that I was just like you. I had no followers. The only people I was connected with or that were liking my posts were people already in my company. But we figured out that you want to do both. You want to do both. You don't want to sit back twiddling your thumbs waiting for people to ask you about your products or opportunity. You want to be proactive. Still today, I reach out, or one of my VAs reaches out to every new follower, every friend request. I pay attention to who's paying attention to me. I see comments. I see people liking, loving, sharing. I swipe up in my story and I see who's watching. And I'm very intentional. I'm very proactive. Write this down. You're a professional conversation starter. I'm always proactively reaching out to people. The fact is, I figured out there's 3 real steps that you need to master. Number 1 is the posting and the prospecting. That leads to profits, right? Posting and prospecting. And I love what Fraser said about Messenger, because I was like, I like the love song. Have you guys heard this love song? It goes down in the DM. There's so much more money in Messenger. As much as we love Facebook, right? It's Facebook Messenger or the DMs on TikTok and Instagram. That's where the money is. The front end.
Wow. I used to follow this guy, never even knew what company he was with until way later because they never say. Of course, he's also the one I learned attraction marketing from. Wow. So let's pretend nothing has changed in any way in the past 10 years, I guess. Good point, Demi.
I like how he was like, yeah, 10 years ago, I had no one liking my videos. Like, sir, you still don't have people liking your videos.
Yeah. And that's the one thing, like, I'm not the best person to be like going, what the hell's going on with this social media marketing training? Because I don't have a big following on any platform. I've got a couple of thousand followers here, which is incredible. And I've got I think I have like 1,000 or 1,500 or something on Instagram. I'm not the person to be like, okay, I have an example, know how to do it. Julie Joe has a good following, great engagement. Aaron Bees has a good following, great engagement. And even micro influencers, people under 10,000 on all platforms, they can have really great engagement and reach, and be able to train on this. But I mean, I it's just wild to listen to. And even though I don't have the experience or like the what to show y'all, the portfolio to say like, oh, I can speak on this because I can actually do it, at least someone has to say like, please don't get stuck in Eric Worre's funnel. Save your money for the love of sanity. For the love of your bank account, don't get stuck in Eric Worre's whatever it is, this funnel of horror. Wonder if he thinks he's flexing in that Gucci shirt. Cringe.
Probably.
You're creating conversations. You're proactively reaching out. You're creating content. People come to you, but you want to do both, the marketing and the prospecting. Number two is you want to expose people to your products or opportunity. If you get someone that raises their hand, they're like, what is it? What's your product? What's your company? Tell me more. We ATM. We add them to a group. We tag them in the video. Now, I know some of you have different exposure processes for your business. Maybe you do Zooms, maybe you do three-way calls. The problem is for me, I had really bad MLM PTSD. This is just my story. This was my experience. I got burned.
Post-traumatic stress disorder is nothing to joke about. And I don't make light of. I don't know. I think you can have trauma associated with your experiences with individuals within multi-level marketing. I'm not a therapist. I've got questions. I'd love to hear from somebody who's in the field if that's even a thing, because I don't think it is. Most successful people buy followers anyway, so no one really knows what works. Well, I mean, I would say if you're looking for someone who actually like does really good stuff on the internet, Anna McFarlane does it. She does the Kids Are the Worst account, Things Are the Worst, and Anna is the Worst. She actually has really good, helpful tips, and she does have classes too, but she gives a lot of stuff away for free, and she has not bought any of her followers. But that's the only person I'd be like, go look at this person. They know what they're talking about. I have CPTSD. It's in my nervous system. He can go sit on a cactus. Yep. He did just say what you thought he said, Shadow. My dog. What does the heck's going on? What's going on? Sorry.
Out because I did meetings every single night, three-way calls all day, every day. And even if I did the most epic three-way call of my career, that was it. Once it was over, the person either joined or they didn't. You can never go back and revisit that call, revisit that conversation.
You could record it.
We did, and this was probably about 7 years ago. We started adding people into a private group, tagged them in a video that has already been recorded and has been watched potentially thousands and thousands of times. And then we would use Facebook Messenger for a group chat where I take me, my prospects, and about 3 or 4 upline leaders, and I put my prospect in that Facebook Messenger chat to meet other leaders. They can do 2 things. 1, share their stories, right? Because facts tell, stories sell. It's the testimonials that actually get people excited.
Facts tell, stories sell. Yeah, but when you're also using emotional manipulation and things that you shouldn't be able to say by making claims about your Modere shit that you sell, then we are in territory of, yeah, you're making up a story. You're literally lying to us. Oh,
yeah, I
this isn't
was
good.
gonna say it's interesting that facts sell, but yet we don't hear many facts from
Yeah.
him ever, allegedly, in my opinion.
Yeah. How is Modere going, John? You losing a bunch of people? Listen, things are not okay in Modere. Go check on your Modere friends, because it is almost like a somebody's jumping ship. It's almost like everybody's jumping ship. So and we'll hear about John's success in a little bit, about how many people he's recruited.
It's been a long time since we've heard about any MLM business thriving.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Obviously, Amway is still recording that they are doing a lot of business because they've got a lot of distributors, and distributors are actually the customers, in my opinion. And I think in a lot of other people's opinion as well. Because there's so many of them, they're still doing billions of dollars. I'd love to see actual numbers, but when we hear of these new companies and people jumping ship, that obviously is negatively impacting these top leaders and their paychecks. So we don't even know what John Melton is getting paid at. We know his career rank. We just don't know if he's actually getting paid as his career rank. This is such a good pause story. I should have put that on the thumbnail. Missed opportunity. Oh well.
It's meeting other people on the team that get people excited. Number two, they're seeing the system in action. Again, marketing and prospecting, right? Posting and prospecting on the front end, having an exposure process. For us, it was add, tag, message. We add them to a group, we tag them in a video. And then that third step was getting every prospect in a chat with upline leaders. And here's the most amazing part about it, is those chats that we started setting up way back in, I think my first chats were probably 2014, 15. Those are still in Messenger today. I could still go back to Facebook Messenger chats from years ago. Can't go back to old three-way calls. Can't go back to old Zoom calls I did, but I can go back to those Messenger chats. And from a duplication standpoint, it's super powerful because everybody is hearing what everybody is saying. Everything's documented right there in Messenger. And it's great because everybody can respond when they have the time versus having to schedule an actual call. So that's how we've leveraged Facebook and Facebook Messenger. And Eric, I'll turn it back over to you.
John, thank you very much. And listen, throw a 3 in the chat if you're already a little bit overwhelmed. Anybody? Here's what I want you to do. Just breathe. Get out of your head. Let go of limiting beliefs. Just breathe. We're not going to load you up with stuff that's freaking you out and not give you solutions, but we do need to give you as much information as we possibly can. And I want you to capture that information. We're going to
Write it down, or else you better write it down. If you don't write it down, it doesn't look like a notebook. At the end of this, you're going to be in trouble. That's the energy I'm getting from our buddy, Eric Worre.
I like Aaron's comment.
I can go back to our old messages too, John. Ding, ding, ding. How is that lawsuit with Justin Prince doing, Modere? He was with Vima, and that got shut down. How interesting.
to give you tools and assignments that you can use to start. Okay. Just
also, if you're hanging out here, Aaron is going live at 4 PST, 6 CST. That's in about 70 minutes. So I'm going to redirect over there at the end of our stream. So if you want to hang out here and just show up in her chat, you can do that, or hop over there at 6 p.m. Central.
be excited, feel empowered, feel educated, and don't let your anxiety creep in. Just get out of your head, write it down, capture the information. Okay. Next person you're going to hear from is going to talk to you about Facebook and TikTok, and that is Sarah Hollingsworth. Sarah, you're up.
Hey, oh my gosh, I'm so excited to be on here with you guys today. I am going to talk very quickly, but I wanted
What the fuck is happening? What?
She's at an event. She's covering her hair. She's covering her name tag with her hair. She's at some type of event. And I don't remember who is... How is this a panel? I don't know. So Sarah Hollingsworth is with... Oh, God. I don't even remember. Sarah Hollingsworth MLM. She's with... I don't remember who she's with. Direct sales. Hold on, I'm looking it up real quick. Recommended distributor for who? Website. Trenant. Allegedly. And her shopping link is still active. So it looks like she's still in Trenant. If y'all know any different in the comments after this replay has, or whatever, after this live has ended, definitely let us know. Or live chat if you know. You can redirect our knowledge. It looks like she's in Trenant. Here's the screenshot with the proof. Right there, Sarah Hollingsworth. Do not touch the poop. I'm just showing what's public to show that she is still a rep in Trenant. Okay, here we go.
To give you guys some really simple steps for how I'm going to pretty much start with Facebook, how I went from basically having 500 followers to over 62,000 followers in about 8 weeks. I'm going to show you guys exactly how I did that. And it was very simple, and it's for anybody to do. My team has followed this. I have people who go viral all the time now, and it's really with short form video. That seems kind of overwhelming to a lot of people. Reels feel weird to a lot of people, probably a little bit less weird than going live, but they are exactly what the algorithm is looking for. The algorithm will show your short form video before it'll show a lot of other things, actually, before it'll show a post or even a live video where you go live. And Reels can be a great way to get your information out to people and also grow your following, which is what you want, right? We want to grow our following because it's kind of like your own product.
No, you want to grow the amount of people who are interested in your product and who actually move to the website to make a purchase. And it doesn't matter if you could go viral for a video and all those people who followed you don't want to buy from you. It's so disingenuous to say if you have 100,000 followers, then you're going to make a shit ton of money in your MLM.
Yeah,
I don't think that's true.
Because I follow people because I find their content interesting. I don't want to buy from you. I don't want your merch. I don't want your product. I don't want your link. I just find you interesting.
Yeah. And I have on TikTok, there is a father-son team who took the dad's old illustrations that were screen printing illustrations, and they restarted his business up for him. And I purchased and supported that business a couple of years ago. So, like, there are things that can happen where you find something and you're like, love the story, love the product, it's in my budget, I'm going to go ahead and purchase. But that's not, like, if you're sharing your puppy video or if you're sharing your whatever kind of video that she's talking about, it doesn't, just like Jessica's saying, it doesn't mean that someone even is following or liking the video because they want to buy from you. God.
Private cold market. And I love that because I'll tell you what, the people who join my...
You can see her name tag under her hair. She couldn't even take off her name tag to do this. She's fitting in Eric Worre's social media panel while she's at another event.
Masterclass.
Oh, yes. Masterclass panel. Yeah.
My team now and the people I'm having conversations with, I don't know them at all. I've never met them before. I have no connection with them, but they started following me. And I love that. And yes, it's short form video on Facebook and Instagram. Now, I will tell you, don't overwhelm yourself to start with. You're just going to want to maybe start with one platform. Right now, I'm doing 3 reels a day on all 4 platforms. And that's where I'm at today. Don't be like, dear Lord, that's much. No, like, don't freak out about that. Start with just one video a day on the platform where you feel the most comfortable. And I want you to think about, there's a couple of things that you can make some reels about. You can find reels. This is one of the things that I always recommend people do. A short form video is a reel. And if we had a little more than 5 minutes, I would get into that with you guys, but you can find some really great trainings online on how to find a reel, how to save a reel. But there's 2 things I want you to make reels about and post about. If you're able to get 1 to 2 reels out a day, even if it's just 1, that's okay. I would focus on the platform of your choice where you feel the most comfortable first, either Facebook, Instagram, or TikTok, wherever you feel the most comfortable. And you want to see, I like uploading a lot of different kinds of reels. Before I figured out what my personal audience liked, I would actually upload a lot of different kinds of reels. I wasn't personally making all of these reels. I would find some that I liked. You always want to give credit to the author if there is one, but I like to just share a bunch of different types of things that I found interesting or I found funny. I will tell you this, funny makes money, okay? People like funny things. I like to share a lot of funny reels. I like to make my own funny reels.
Why am I not a fucking billionaire if funny makes money?
That's a great question, Jessica. That's a great question. It's just like, it's the same type of awful saying like stars are in cars and Mary Kay, or, it's just, that's not the case. That's not the general rule that we can share with everybody where everyone can do this and it applies to everybody. Come on, Sarah. You can tell none of them prepared for this in any depth because they all go over their allotted time. Yep. And Woody said, no, I hate humor.
Most of my reels really are going to be about a lot of the funny things that I find, but it can be inspirational. It can be whatever you resonate with. And then you throw in videos about your product or your business. They can be very simple. I don't actually talk very much on my videos, hardly at all. I will find what we would call a trending sound. And when you go to make a reel, you'll see where it says trending sounds. Grab one of those sounds. Record yourself making a drink or doing your hair or walking down the street. Literally, you could make a video about anything with a trending sound and type up some words about your product or business. It can be very, very simple. Okay. You don't have to overthink it. You don't have to think about all the different fancy things about transitions and all of that. You don't have to worry about that. Just focus on finding something that you find interesting, that you think your audience would like. Post about that. Try for 1 to 2 a day. Start with the platform you like the most and move beyond that into the other ones. Like I said, right now I'm doing, and Tina Joy Carroll and I kind of started doing this together where
Tina Joy Carroll's coming up soon. So be ready for this delightful training.
Doing 3 reels a day on 4 different platforms, and we are seeing massive growth in our following just in the last couple of months. Now my Instagram is growing like crazy, getting millions of views on things, and that can be you guys too. You don't have to be a big leader to grow a big following. It's just doing one consistent thing that the algorithm likes every single day. And right now that is reels, that is short form video. That's my little training. I didn't check the time, but hopefully I'm not too far over.
Sarah, thank you so much. And in all of this, people are asking, well, how do I do that? And how do I do that? And I'm watching the comments. Here's what I would tell you.
Yeah, sign up for my next class. That's going to cost, $250, and it's going to be for an hour. And if you really like that, then sign up for my next class, which is going to be $1,500. And if you like that, sign up for my next class until you're in that awful $25,000 a year, whatever it's called, mastermind cult-ish group, in my opinion. Type up some words, yeah. Dynamic. Ugh.
Focus on what they are telling you to do. Don't worry about exactly how to do it. You can literally go onto YouTube and say how to do whatever it is that they suggested. And there's going to be lots of people who walk you through it step by step by step by step. We're applying it to our profession. Okay. Write down what to do and why to do it. And you can figure out the how. We're giving you some of the how, and we're going to empower you with some tools to help with the how. But you sit around with your kids, ask them any trivia question. They're going to say, hold on. And they're going to have the answer in like 10 seconds, right? Who won the last Super Bowl? Hold on. 10 seconds. They have it. How do you figure out the instructions for this product we just bought? Hold on. They just look up and find the instructions. How do I find a trending sound? Hold on. For TikTok. Hold on. How do I do that? See me? Just get the what and the why. The what and the why. And then the how. We're
not going to help you with the how. You got your phone. Fucking Google it. Just Google it, okay?
No, you gotta pay for the how. The why makes you cry, and the how makes you howl.
Oh my God. Wait, this is a social media class and they're supposed to Google how to do this? Yes, Aaron, this is I mean, you can't make it up. So Google. You could really sum up all of this into saying like, what do I need to do to be successful on social media? You could ask ChatGPT and ChatGPT would help you, I think.
Hey, Prof. I was gonna say maybe that's what they did, but no, I feel like that would have been more insightful than this.
Yeah. I agree. I'm trying to ask Daisy B what channel she's going to be on tonight so I can share it in the chat. Sorry.
We're going to give you some of the how, and after this is done, you're going to get the rest of the how. Okay, make sense? All right, next, one of my favorite people on planet Earth. Her middle name is Joy because that's how I think of her. She's a very joyful person. Tina Joy Carroll, why don't you share with people what you do and how you reach out and connect with the world, how you use social?
Absolutely. Thank you much for having me on today, Eric. I'm excited to be here. But first, I want to say this. If you are brand new in network marketing or you've been in for a while and you haven't had any success, put a 1 in the comments because I feel you. I understand.
They're all reusing one another's numbers. So the person keeping track of this and going back and looking through the Zoom and seeing who answered what number based on what the person asked, it's gonna be a nightmare for them if they were even strategic at all about the number usage. Right? Oh my God.
Yeah. Which brings us back to my theory of them not knowing how this works.
Yep, I think you're right. And I think, Jessica has such good instincts about people and what's going on. I am surprised that I'm not surprised. It's just I should just listen to Jessica about stuff because I was like, oh no, like maybe they don't, or maybe they do. Maybe there's a plan. No, there's not a plan. There is apparently never a plan. Eric doesn't do that. Oh, nobody is keeping track of who commented what numbers. Eric doesn't do that. Her middle name is Joy because that's how you think of her. Yeah. I think that Aaron or Julie Joe has covered Tina Joy Carroll on their channel. I think Tina Joy is in Trinont as well. Oh yeah, this is the lady who is stacking her husband. Hold on. Tina Joy Carroll. Let me show you. Let me see if I can. I will press play in a second. I'm just trying to show you. She's the Disney hat. She likes her Disney stuff. Let me transform sugar to fiber here. Look at this. She is stacking her husband because guess whose name is on her link? She's not building into her own team right now. She's getting people to sign up on her husband's team so she can build his leg.
Was she in, It Works? Because her email is Tina's Amazing Raps at Gmail.
Oh my God, you're right. Oh my God. Don't touch the poop, guys. We were just showing you what links are showing up publicly because she's stacking her husband. Sweet. Aaron, if you want to, feel free to link your Tina Joy Carroll video. She was in Modere in the Empire?
Ooh.
Holy crap.
Goes back to Jessie Lee.
Yep. But isn't that twisty that she has her husband's name linked for when people want to sign up because she's building his downline? I think that's twisty. You're not supposed to do that.
Well, if you're not supposed to do it, then why are your bonuses based on your team ranking up?
That's true. Aaron's been on leadership retreats with her. How interesting. The tea just keeps getting warmer and warmer.
Aaron
It wasn't
the best tea.
Yep, agree.
someone who got into network marketing and had instant success. I struggled.
It is her account. I think she made an account for her husband, and it is like a real account, but it is truly a ghost account because I imagine he's not doing anything for the business, anything meaningful, so that she can strategically build up her downlines in Trinant to maintain or rank up. They do that all the time in Young Living. They did it in Mary Kay. They do it in other companies. They do it in Prove It. They're allowed to have 2 accounts. Okay.
For months and months and months. I'm going to tell you what got me over that hump and how I no longer struggle. And that was getting over myself and being willing to do what others were not willing to do. How many of you that are watching right now are willing to do what others are not willing to do? Put a 2 in the comments because I want to see a bunch of 2s. Okay. Because I'm going to give you the exact formula that I used to grow a multi-million-dollar business on social media from a girl who had lost her home, her job, her car, her everything, the respect of everyone who loved her. No one on Facebook was going to go into business with me. Okay. Are you hearing what I'm putting down? No one was going into business with me. I had to build from a cold market. How are you going to build from a cold market? Well, I'm going to tell you how. I used live video. I, like John Melton was talking about, got involved in a live video challenge. And I got something just occurred to me as I was doing this live video challenge. I was like, I wonder what would happen if I didn't quit doing them. I just decided after the 30-day live video challenge was over that I would just keep going live. Now, let me be very clear. The only person showing up on my live videos for almost 90 days was my husband. And I have papers on him, friends. Of course, he was showing up to watch my live videos. And then somewhere along the way, we learned this little tip that was if you get over 100 comments, it boosts you into another section of the algorithm and more people will see you. My husband, he was just shooting emojis and shooting comments in my live videos like crazy. It was quite pathetic. I'm going to be honest with you, but we were doing anything we could to grow this thing on social media. I say that you understand and you have the proper expectation going into this. Okay. If you go live for the very first time and you're a massive success, well, then you just waited too long. You're probably going to be like me and it's going to take you a while to get some traction. But here is what I am sure of. Most people quit. Did you hear what most people quit? It occurred to me
because multi-level marketing has a broken compensation model where more people have to lose so that the top people can win. It is okay to pivot. It's okay to quit. If you're seeing that something is costing you more than you can give and it's going to put you or you and your family in a precarious spot or potentially dangerous spot because you're not going to have money to pay your mortgage or pay your rent or pay for electricity or water or your groceries, like freaking pivot. Don't keep pouring into something that when you look at the model, when you look at the numbers, 97%? They're well over 90% of people do not make any money or lose money in multi-level marketing.
But you're one conversation away from changing your life. You just need that one leader to join you.
That's very enticing to some people. And think about why your upline's telling you that. Because if they stop getting your $1, $2, $3, $4, $500 a month order, guess who's not going to get that commission anymore? Your upline. So,
but is it about the commission or is it the bonuses? Because like in pure romance, the commission's like 1 to 3% depending on the line. It looks like the money is in rank bonuses. Like it's not even commissions all the time.
Yeah, but if you stop paying to be an active part of the line, then they will lose that active line. So let's say in Young Living, you were a silver rank or you were even an active line. If you kill your line, meaning you stop ordering and you become inactive, they may lose that entire line and lose their rank. And in Young Living, you got a bonus for having silvers on your team, so you lost that. then you lose rank because you don't have the active lines.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's complicated, and also they are motivated to keep you in so they don't lose rank. And yeah, there are bonuses for sure. There for sure are bonuses for recruiting and for the ranks you already have below you. Knowing when to quit, leave, or change is a very valuable skill, and it doesn't make you less of a person if you quit or if you leave or if you change your mind. You can change your mind at any time, and if someone's making you feel bad about that, ask why, and hopefully it's not, well, maybe there's something wrong with me. No, maybe you make the right decision for you.
And that applies to any job, not just pyramid schemes. Know when to quit.
Yep. And Jessica knows about that because, and I know about that. Oh yeah.
Hey, a year ago today, I was in Cabo.
Oh my God. Holy crap.
Drinking margaritas all day, talking shit with bartenders.
Oh my God.
Very early on, all I had to do was outlast the people who were going to quit, and I could have success in network marketing. Shut up. Are you kidding me? I just have to outlast the quitters. Sold, done. I can do that. Okay. Here is the formula that I came up with for live video so that I could have a strategic plan, not only that I could do, but that I could teach my team to do. This is what I do. I like to interview people on my personal profile that my audience gets a glimpse into other people that I'm helping with my products and with my opportunity. This is sort of like a sneak peek before I add them into my ATM groups. This gives them a little bit, having them want more from me. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give you the questions. I'm not going to repeat them. You're going to have to get the replay to get that. But here are the questions that I ask. First, make sure you have an engaging title. So for instance, my friend Sarah that just spoke, she was a paramedic before she got into network marketing. I would say something like how a paramedic left her job to make 6 figures online. That's going to ring all the bells for all the paramedics, all the nurses, everybody that's watching. Are you hearing what?
We need paramedics and nurses and doctors and techs and phlebotomists, and I mean, we need those people. Like
we
what?
also need plumbers and electricians and journeymen. And can we quit demonizing professions? Like, the thing I don't get is you would think during the shitstorm of 2020, the number one lesson we learned would have been that everyone in the work pyramid is important.
Yep. I mean, there's nothing I can add because yes, everyone's important.
Everyone from the janitor to the cook to the CEO, you need everyone to run the society.
Yep. But that doesn't really fit in the sales pitch of them. Like, oh yeah, I'm targeting this group of people, and whoever leaves, consequences be damned of the medical professional be understaffed, or plumbers or electricians, which by the way, they're all understaffed. Like, meaning like we need more nurses, we need more doctors, we need more pharmacists, we need more, we just need so many, we need those people. And then to have people in MLMs continuing to, oh my God, my dog. It's frustrating. Make someone feel bad so they decide to give your opportunity the time of day, even though the opportunity is most likely going to put them in a financially precarious spot. Good. Yeah. Okay, Tina. Okay, Tina. Tell us more.
What I'm saying here, get creative in your title for your live video. Then next, the first question I'm going to ask is, tell me a little bit about you. Who are you? I want my audience to be able to connect with that person and hear their story through that person's story. Then I'm going to say, tell me what your life was like before the product or the opportunity, depending on which one we're talking about. Now they're going to tell me, maybe it was, I wasn't sleeping well, I was struggling all the time with my weight, or I didn't have enough money for vacation. I'm getting them to talk about the struggle. And then I'm going to say, tell me how your life is different now that you've done the product or the opportunity. Now I'm getting them to tell the story. I'm getting them to sell the solution to my audience. I'm just asking the question. I've got my social proof.
Sell the solution. Is that compliant within the terms of the FTC Acts? Section 5 of the FTC Act?
Unlikely.
You're not allowed to make income claims. You're not allowed to make lifestyle claims. And yet that's all they can do to sell an opportunity to people who are already working hard in another line of work. Just, and what's the consequence for that? Sometimes if the FTC has the ability to do so, they get the companies or the individual reps in trouble. They're a small organization. They have not just MLMs to worry about. They've got a lot of other stuff to worry about too. So if you're unhappy with how the FTC works, it's a lot more complicated than just saying they're choosing not to prosecute or take a look at multi-level marketing companies, because they do that sometimes. We saw activity when they fined 3 of the doTERRA distributors for making health claims. They got sued. They got fined $15,000 a piece. So it's not that they're not doing anything. It's more complicated than that.
Yeah.
Proof over here telling my audience what it is I want them to hear, right? And then I'll say, the last question I ask them is this. I'll say, what would you say to the person that is watching right now that is terrified to make the leap? What would you say to that person?
Don't do it. It's not worth it. You're going to lose a lot of money in MLMs. And if you don't get in early, you're going to lose a lot more. If you don't have a huge following, you're likely going to lose money. And you have to pay to access your commission check in whatever multi-level marketing company you're in. You do. And you don't have to do that in other places of work.
No.
Now I'm speaking to the person that I know.
Sorry, go ahead.
You can quit your job and run off to Mexico and still get paid.
That's true.
They're feeling it in their gut, the same feeling you felt when you knew you needed to make a decision. And I want them to speak to that person. I have done this for almost 8 years in February that I've been in network marketing. It has absolutely transformed my life and the lives of tens of thousands of others that have come after me. And I promise you, if you will outlast the quitters, you will use the principles that we're going to teach you here in this course throughout this day. You will be.
You know what's funny, Jessica? The 2 haters who disliked our video are still watching the video, which is great. Like, I'm glad you're here. I think it's hilarious. Like, I'd say, do you have something better to do? And then they would say, oh my gosh, well, you find content to react to. Yeah, I auto download it because there's a program for that. I don't like sit and watch it and be like, God, unless I'm live reacting like to a Zoom call I sneak into. I
mean, thanks for the watch hours.
Yeah, appreciate that. That's the best. Thanks so much. Oh God. I can see active engagement on Ecamm, which you can't see in YouTube. Or like you can't see on a regular YouTube live, and you can't see it in StreamYard. So not that at the end of the day it doesn't matter. No, I just think it's funny. I just think it's like, get some better programs to do some stuff for y'all, because you're not reacting to me live, or I haven't seen it happen yet, and like, more power to you.
Unstoppable in the network marketing profession. Thank you, Eric.
Tina, thank you so much. Again, everybody, focus on the what to do and why to do it. The what to do and why to do it. Okay, we're going to give you some tools, and we're going to give you some assignments that will help you get into action and get better. What and why, what and why, what and why. All right, next, this is...
I can't see like the IP address or the handle, Aaron. I don't know one person who always does it. It's the same person you know. Hello, Darkness, my old friend.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Where's Hello, Darkness? Hold on. Where's my sad sounds? Do I have it? Oh, I don't think I have Hello, Darkness anymore. Wait, is it funny? I'll have to find it again. I had to move all my sounds over.
some people might think this is a little bit advanced. This is Lacey, and she's going to be sharing with you some stuff. But I wanted to put something in there. We have this big mastermind. You have to be making $250,000 a year or better to be in this mastermind. And we have this discussion amongst ourselves on different tactics and strategies. And Lacey brought some innovation in there when it came to actually doing advertising, some paid advertising. And it intrigued some of the top leaders much.
We haven't taught you how to do anything on social media. We haven't taught you how to make reels. We haven't taught you how to make short form videos on YouTube. We haven't taught you how to do TikTok. We've talked about it, but you don't have skills yet. And then we're going to jump to how to do paid advertising. You don't even know how to do A/B testing. So how are you going to be okay putting out even more money for paid advertising to like get someone on board with signing up for your multi-level marketing company? This is so unprofessional.
Clearly, you haven't been paying attention because I learned that you can pin a post on Facebook.
Sorry, I forgot that part.
But it should be a picture, even though Fraser has a video. And you should actually have a video, but you should have a photo because Fraser said so.
I forgot. We did learn all of that, Jessica. I forgot. Sheesh. I see. That's why I'm incredible. I'm an uncredible debunker of this stuff. So, God.
Just call me the assistant to the regional manager.
I love that.
Not the assistant regional manager, the assistant to the regional.
Oh, we learned how to content hack, i.e. steal posts. You're right, Chloe. You're right. You know how much trouble you would get into potentially for intellectual property stealage and then using the stuff you stole in a reel that you're using to promote your business and it's actually somebody else's content, like word for word? Couldn't you get sued over that or no? No?
I don't know if it would have to be copyright or not. I don't know.
Definitely questions. There's lots of questions that I have about all of this stuff.
I know that, like, if you do that in, like, college, like, educational setting, you'll get expelled.
Oh, wow. So good.
Not the first time necessarily, but, like, if you get caught cheating more than once, you can get expelled from a university.
Yeah.
Actually created another little Zoom special training just for that group, specifically on how to use ads in order to be able to go attract business in addition to all the organic stuff. So Lacey, go ahead. The floor is yours.
Hey,
thank you, Eric. I'm happy to be here. Hi, everyone. I'm Lacey, for those of you who don't know me. And yeah, just building a little bit on what Eric said, I'm a super busy mom. I've built a multiple 7-figure business with...
Why would we know you? Like, shouldn't you tell us why we would know you? Like,
Yep.
hi, I'm Lindsay, if you don't know me. Why should I know you?
Yeah, I assume nobody knows me on the internet. And the reason I don't do a lot of intros is because I feel like, who gives a shit about who I am? We want to look at the content. You know what I mean? Like, maybe you want to know I'm DC. Maybe you want to know that I've been in 2 MLMs. But, like, let's start talking with the live chat. But, like, let's talk about the fluffery going on in the video. And that's my focus. Like, I don't, and you're right, Jessica. I don't know why they say, like, if you don't know me, I've never heard of this person ever. I think she's in Enagic or Kangen, whatever, Enagic water stuff. So the Enagic water girl is going to tell us how to do paid advertising for an alkalizing water that cures the big C. Which is absolutely a no.
this, but I really needed to try and figure out how to automate the process because I'm passionate about being a present mother for my kids. I didn't have the best upbringing. I wanted to be there for my kids. I was like, how can I automate this process? And when Eric asked me to speak on here, I thought, why don't I walk people through how I literally run an ad on TikTok? I actually put together a presentation for you all. I really hope that you can take a lot away from this. And here, let me share my screen real quick. I'm going to show you exactly step by step how to create and launch a TikTok Spark ad. This is how I make money on the TikTok app without actually even using the app. I don't even open it. I don't have time. Can you put a 1 in the chat if you're a parent? I'm such a busy parent. In the last 5 years, I grew this business and I had 2 kids. This is how I basically am able to do things without actually having to be present on social media. I can be with my children. These are actually my accounts. When Fraser said focus on one, I actually focus on Instagram. I've grown 10,000 over the last 3 months. And again, a lot of this is automation. I have a lot of integrations in place, but I do have growth on TikTok. As you can see, I have over 3.3K followers on there. And I literally do not ever do anything besides post and then run some Spark ads daily. And I did grow an organic business as well in the beginning, but once I had kids, I had to learn how to automate the process. If you want to find me here in my socials, I saw some people asking in the chat, and here we go. Again, like what Eric said, like this might go over your head, you might not understand, but you'll have the recording and you could always Google things. I am not an ads expert. I came at this with no experience at all. I came from the
I'm not an expert, and yet I am the one that Eric Worre asked to train on paid advertising.
At a mastermind.
Come on, Eric.
A master class, my bad.
She's in the naughty book. Yep, absolutely. And she's really in the naughty book because she's in Enagic. So she also claims $0 to $1.2 million cash in 20 months. So what do you, and again, if you have the receipts for that, you actually pulled that money in and it was your actual commissions, you can share that if you also share the disclaimer. You can't make income claims. You cannot make lifestyle claims. If you have the proper things to weigh out what you are saying to a potential recruit or customer, then okay, where's the stuff that goes with what you're claiming here? Also, the layout of this is awful. I just line stuff up. You know what I mean? God. She claims to be high up. She makes allegedly she makes a ton of money in Enagic. I think she's in I'm pretty sure she's in Enagic. And Google it. Again, they're training to Google. Yep. Pretty sure it's against policy to run ads for MLM. I wonder if she's driving traffic to a form to fill out to stay under the radar. So what we're also finding out, what Chelsea in our chat, one of our mods was finding out, is that it's against TikTok's policy to recruit. So I don't know how she's getting around this, if she's doing ads about her water stuff and if that gets approved. And then she ends up getting in a conversation with people to recruit after. And I wonder if that's how she's getting around the rules, the policies and procedures on TikTok. Or a funnel. Yes. Or a funnel.
Organic side of things, but I taught myself everything that I know, and I learned from leaders who also kind of had that online innovation. And now people call me and my team the automation people. The first thing that you're going to do for this Spark ad is you're going to create the post and video like you normally would on TikTok. And what I like to do is,
oh good, you're exploiting your kids for an ad on TikTok. Wow, so great. That's sarcasm. Mr. Kate is sleeping in the other room so I can finish this essay tonight. And Lacey, Kitty is so sad to be stuck in here with me. Oh no.
actually make videos on Instagram because that's my zone of genius is Instagram right now. I'll make the video or the reel on Instagram. I'll save it before I post it. It doesn't have any logos because TikTok won't let you post an ad that has Instagram logos. That's just a hack. Save it before you post it. You could also make it on TikTok. And then also you can use CapCut. CapCut is really cool to make those meme reels that go viral that someone was just sharing about. Those are really good. And you could do that on CapCut. Make the video.
Okay. InShot is free up to a point. I think CapCut is free up to a point. There's free video editing stuff out there that's free. If you're going to spend the time to edit something, do it in something that's not going to have your logos on it. But also, if you go to sss.io, you can strip the TikTok logos off of your videos or Instagram. There's several websites that do that. I wouldn't recommend doing it to plagiarize people. Sometimes it's impossible to find the original owner. I've downloaded memes before and changed them, modified them so that it's different. But she's not, I mean, all right, I'm just splitting hairs at this point, I guess. So she's saying you create something, you're going to copy the video code, and then you're going to paste it somewhere else. So here you go.
And post it on your TikTok page. And then you're going to generate and copy an ad authorization code. What you're going to do, I literally took screenshots for everyone because I don't know if I'm also a visual learner, like Fraser said. You're going to click the 3 dots in the bottom of your video here. And then you're going to scroll over and find your ad settings. You're going to toggle that ad authorization to be turned on. And then you're going to generate the code. Then you're going to press manage and you're going to copy the code. You can see here, video code copied. You need that code to post this Spark ad. And what this Spark ad is going to do is it's going to grow your following because it's going to grow the views on the post. It's kind of like a boosted post, but it's also going to bring leads to you. They're going to be able to apply with you. You're going to actually capture their content, capture their email address. It's pretty genius. And I like doing both at the same time.
Oh,
you're going to
wow.
keep that code with you and you're going to I put it over in my Telegram. That's where I do all my business stuff. And then you're going to open TikTok's ads manager and you're going to go to tools, then click creative library. And then on the left-hand side there, it's going to say Spark ad post. You're going to do that. You're going to apply for authorization by pasting the code in that box. And you'll click search and then your video will pop up and you'll confirm that you have the authorization to run this video ad. And then you're just going to click create ad. I always choose lead generation. You can get really creative with this. This is a really basic version of what I'm teaching right now. And then you're going to choose your audience. Again, this is really general, but I'm choosing travel, baby, kids, and maternity, exercise.
Wow. Baby, kids, and maternity.
Gross.
Wow.
And fitness. I'm a yoga instructor and a health coach. And again, travel, because this ad, if you saw it in the beginning, it was a picture of me and my family on the beach in Mexico. We love to travel. We love to spend time together. That is my goal in life, is to be with them. Those are the people that I want to target, right? The budget, here's the thing with this, is that there is a high daily budget. It's $20 minimum daily for Spark ads. Just stick with me for a second here, because someone told me something on my journey that has stuck with me forever. And he said, what if you had a magic ATM and you put $1 in, but you got $2 out? And I was like, well, obviously I'd sit there all day and put $1 in. And that's what you can create with ads. You really can. If you look at the whole return on investment, which I'm super passionate about, the ROI on things. If you invest money and, say this would be like $600 a month, but say you get a couple customers, you end up making $1,200 a month. Yeah, you spent $600, but you made $600. It was worth.
No, you spent $600. You got $1,200 worth of volume. How much commission did you make on that volume? That's my question. What's your actual ROI on spending $20 a day on Spark ads? Right? Isn't that the question to ask?
And shouldn't. Yeah, and that seems like a lot of freaking money on ads.
It is. Well, it is and it's not. It's not a lot in terms of what businesses spend monthly on advertising. It might be a lot for somebody in multi-level marketing to spend to not actually get customers to come and buy their product. Because you could spend $600, be out $600 and not get any return on that investment. This isn't... I'm leery. I'm tentative about this advice she's giving to people in multi-level marketing, because people in multi-level marketing are already losing so much money every month.
And I guess that was my point. Like, it's a lot of money when you compare it to the yearly income disclosure statement, because we've never, if someone makes $600 a year at MLMs, that's pretty average.
Yeah. And again, the median income, like if you lay out the most money that someone makes in MLM all the way down to someone making zero. So you list out everyone who's associated as a rep in an MLM, and you list it from highest to lowest. More often than not, every single median right in the middle of all that, most people are making $0 in multi-level marketing. They're not even, the average is a skewed number being offered because it's making it seem like maybe the middle person can earn $600 a year or $1,200 a year or whatever it is, when the median more often than not is zero, meaning most people are not making any money or losing money in multi-level marketing.
Well, and when they do these income disclosure statements, expenses like this aren't taken in consideration.
Yeah. I mean, at my last, the job before my last one, we were spending between $70,000 and $140,000 a year on advertising, and that was for a small, kind of a small business. It wasn't super small. We were doing a lot of money every year, but that is obviously more than $600 a month. So.
But you were making actual money.
Correct.
You were getting a return on your investment.
Yes. Yep. And we don't necessarily know that's the case with her at all, 'cause she hasn't shown us any real meaningful numbers.
Worth every dollar spent. You just kind of have to look at the number.
Just a heads up, Erin will be going live in 23 minutes. We will feed over into her chat, and we're trying our best to finish by 6. But if you want to hop over there before then, feel free to. And I will link her channel in the chat so y'all can go straight over there. She is covering, what's it called? Paid per letter? Yeah.
Paid per letter. A corporate update.
Oh boy. Hey, Kathleen.
Oops. You can also start at $10 a day with simplified ads. And what's cool on TikTok with simplified ads is that you don't need a TikTok account at all to run those ads. If you're like, I don't even want to be on TikTok, like literally don't even want to post videos there, which I'm not sure why you wouldn't. But if that's you, you can do simplified ads, which is what I started doing. And all you need is a TikTok ads manager account. This is the most important part with the Spark ad, is that you're going to choose use other authorized account or post, not the account owned by you. I put the little kind of like X thing here. You're not going to use an account owned by you. That's the one that's going to be clicked. You're actually going to click the bottom here, use other authorized account or post. And then you're going to use TikTok account then you're going to click authorized TikTok post here. And then you're going to click opening the TikTok post. You're going to generate the code again. So you're going to have to need that code again. You're going to search it. You're going to click the post, and then you're set here. You're going to see it come up on your ad. Okay, and then you're going to set up your instant form and finish the creation process. The instant form is really cool. It's something that TikTok has. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Typeform, but with Typeform, you can basically just create a form. You can do this with Google Form. You can do this with anything so that people can apply to work for you. When I run ads because I run ads on Instagram and Facebook as well, I want people to apply to work for me or work with me because I want to have a filter process to see if they're super serious or not. Because like I said,
my time is precious. Their time is precious. Their money is valuable and precious. What the audaciousness to say, set up your instant form to get people to apply to work with you. Guess what? If you think that anybody has a filtering process for signing up somebody with a pulse and a credit card in multi-level marketing, you've got another thing coming. They don't care who signs up to be on their team. And you could say, oh no, my upline talked with me a lot and said they weren't going to just pick anybody. That's just part of the sales pitch. They pick everybody with a pulse and a credit card. They say, oh, I only have 4 spots left. That is a tactic. That's an emotional and behavioral and thought control pushing of saying, we're only accepting 4, sign up so you can work with me in my custom mentorship. Come on. Oh my God, this is awful.
Time is super valuable, and I'm really passionate about not only financial freedom but time freedom. And when people apply, I can see like, all right, who's super serious, and then I could tell my VA like, let's reach out to the people who are really serious about this. Some of the things I always include is name, email, and Instagram, because Instagram is where you're going to see that I'm most active. And then basically you just press submit. And the last thing I want to share with you, which is really important to me, again, because of the automation, is integrations. I was trying to make this presentation really short and sweet for you all, but I could go on and on with integrations because this is how I literally run my life. And I utilize Zapier, Trello, and Flowdesk for a seamless follow-up process. So what that means is that I go onto Zapier, I connect my TikTok account there, I connect the ad that I just posted, and then I connect Trello. And you'll see this board. This is my Trello board of all my responses of all my ads going here. You see the people populate on this board, because if you don't do this, you're going to have a download spreadsheet. You're going to have to download your spreadsheet every single day in TikTok to find your new leads. And it's not a great system. I don't know why.
This is super smart of what she's saying. I'm saying it's disingenuous to pretend like you have some sort of that you're actually hiring. You're not hiring. you're getting someone to sign up as an independent contractor in your business, and it doesn't matter who they sign up with. It doesn't.
So one of the things in my goodie box I found is a thing. It's mainly a box of things I would do for trade shows, including this plastic holder where we would put a piece of paper in it that said we're hiring, that we printed off from the back office.
Yeah. And it's not hiring. Like, I even saw an advertising because I've been looking for a job, and I had a couple of interviews, and I looked on one of the job listing sites, and it was something for a Nagic for Kangen, and I was like, someone's going to get sucked into this and go to some recruiting meeting thinking it's going to be a job that they can work from home, and it's not. It's 100% commission-based pyramid scheme.
Yeah.
TikTok doesn't have a better system for it. But here, now I could just go to Trello. They're all my leads.
TikTok doesn't have a better system for it because they don't want people recruiting into a multi-level marketing company on their website, on their platform. She's like, why doesn't TikTok have a better thing for this? Why don't you read the terms and conditions that you clicked agree to when you got on the platform in the first place? Could you briefly explain back office, Jessica?
A back office is, I think, that's your portal where you log in to see all your stuff. So with the Pyromance, it's called the COO, C-O-O. What does it stand for? I don't even remember anymore. But basically, that's where, like, you order your inventory, all your trainings there. You can track your leads, your parties, your inventory. At one point, they added that feature. Yeah, back office, just that's where, like, all your graphics are stored. Although in Pyromance you have to pay $10 a month to access the graphics portion of the back office, which makes no sense because people just take that from people who pay the $10.
Yeah.
In my experience.
Yep. Our back office that we had in Young Living also had things that you could pay for, like a website that was $10. The back office saw everyone who's active, everyone who's about to go inactive, everybody who had ever been on our team, what they ordered, what you needed to rank up to the next level. And it had access to your upline and your sponsor, which were two different people, because in Young Living, they allowed you to be put on somebody else's team within 20 days of signing up.
Interesting. Pyromance does not let you know who your upline is.
Oh, how strange. How strange.
Yeah.
Oh, the transparency.
Yeah, nowhere. And when my upline lost me because she didn't know that recruiting someone increased your monthly minimums, I got no notice that my upline changed.
Oh, wow. Yeah. I still, for TikTok, for just going back to the ads real quick, I feel like it's still not in the spirit of what TikTok wants for recruiting things, because she's getting around it in a very sneaky way to get access to people and their information to sign up for a multi-level marketing company. And TikTok thinks that it's an A-OK reel or whatever, TikTok video. And it's not in alignment with what they want on their platform, even though they have limited people to kind of control what's going on because they are understaffed, in my opinion.
you're in one spot. I can follow up with them seamlessly or have my VA do it. And then I go a step further and I create a subscriber in Flowdesk. And then anyone who applies and clicks on that ad, they'll automatically get tracked to me and they'll get a 3 email sequence email basically that they can be reminded, hey, you applied to work with me. Where are you? Why aren't you taking the leap? Here's the change from broke mindset to rich mindset. All of these things that are so important for people coming into this industry because there's so much negativity.
Here's a question. Should we find one of her advertisements and click on the whole process and record how all of this goes with her targeting us with her virtual assistant? Because I would love to see what this pursuit looks like.
Let's go.
Towards it, I can help and I can follow up with them and just keep them reminded of me. That is my process. I hope that you found value in it. I really, really appreciate you, Eric, for having me out. And I hope it wasn't too much over people's heads, but thank you.
Thank you very much. I will tell you, look, I'm watching.
I think this is over your head, ma'am.
Yeah. She could be putting all this work into a real business. She could be a great ads manager for a small business, an Etsy shop. Somebody with less than, 20 employees who's a small business, maybe doing, $1.5 million a year. She could be doing something great with what she set up. For sure she could.
Watching the chat and everybody's like, great, but holy crap, I can't keep up. If you took screenshots of each one of those slides, that's great. What I want to do, all of the people who are on this so far, I have one more person that's going to share the Stormy Wellington in just a moment, but I wanted each of you, in the order that we just did. John, you and Nadia, in your company, how many people have you personally sponsored as distributors, and how many customers have you added as a result of social media?
I personally enrolled 57 last year. I was number 2 on my own team out of 20,000.
57 people.
Probably 500 people in 8 years, maybe 400. As far as customers, that I don't know. I'd have to go back and look. I actually do get customers. I remember for the longest time, I was always just like, I'm just a recruiter. I recruit. I don't sell the product. And now I actually get a lot of my...
A pyramid scheme? What, sir? I'm not a seller. I'm a recruiter. I don't sell the product. What? John, what are you doing here? What? 57 people. Number 2 on his team. Out of 20,000, someone recruited more than he does. Which apparently isn't that hard. Out of 20,000 people, he was the top person? Well, the second to top. Second to the top. I'm sorry. Oh my God. Sarah Hollingsworth does not look like she's here for it. God.
Recruits because they initially start off as happy customers.
And Sarah, and you're in the $1 Million Hall of Fame, yes?
Yeah.
Sarah Hollingsworth, how many distributors have you added approximately as a result of these tactics, and how many customers have you added, if you had an idea?
Yeah, I just texted Tina. I was like, oh Lord, I don't even know how many customers I have. But I know I have several hundred customers. I switched companies about a little over a year ago. This is just from the last year. I have several hundred customers, and then I personally recruited about 150-ish associates. I haven't, I started from scratch. I left a team of several thousand to come over here, and starting from scratch, I don't have a massive team yet to be able to have the level of success that I've gotten just from, honestly, like those types of tactics. Yeah.
150 personal recruits in a year is nothing to be ashamed of. Very, very good work.
Can I tell you how much my upline in Young Living used to recruit a month just from social media? 500 people a month from social media. So the fact that Eric Worre is bringing these people in with these social media tactics, we have 150 over the whole year. We've got 57 over the whole year. And I come from a team where they're doing 500 plus people a month. Get out of here. Like, where did you find these people?
Do you know what her current numbers are?
No, but she is...
Yeah.
I know it's still big. She is top in the company now. I can give you her name after the stream, and we can look at it.
Yeah, I'm just curious because it just seems like a lot has changed in the MLM sphere in the last 2 years. It would be interesting to see because like not many people are seeing the success they saw 2 to 4 years ago.
Correct. She was still recruiting that much when I left in 2022, and obviously it's 2024 now. But what I will say is that her strategy of warming people up on her home design account, where she uses strategically placed essential oils and stuff while she's decorating and everything, and then she pushes people over to her wellness account. That's how she recruits on her main account and on her wellness account. And she's getting new bodies every day because they're coming over to her home decor account. They stay for that. Then they get layered with the essential oil information. So I think she's still a very large recruiter in Young Living. I don't know. I don't think it's obviously the 500 people a month she was doing for such a long time, but it's still a lot. Oops.
Let's Tina, how about you? Same question.
Yeah, over my career, I've easily probably recruited 6 or 7.
And Mike, let me refine my question. Specifically as a result of social media. Specifically as a result
I've
of
only
these
ever
tactics.
used social media.
Okay.
I was never interested in doing it belly to belly. I only wanted, because I didn't know anybody that was going to join me anyways. I had to go do it on social media that I could have an audience. And over the last year and a half, a little over 200 recruits and probably about 600 customers. And I'll just tell you that I know that sounds impressive, and I'm not saying that to impress anyone. That is the reason consistency is important. I have taken no days off, friends, in 8 years. I have showed up on my social media consistently for 8 years in my stories, making my posts, doing the things no matter what was going on. My life was going crazy. My husband was being a jackwagon. My kids were being crazy. Grandkids were being born, all the things. And I still showed up. And because I was consistent, that's how I got those numbers. And if you want those kinds of numbers, then just show up consistently for 8 years and then you can get those kinds of numbers.
I'm just wondering what a jackwagon looks like as a husband. Lacey, how about you?
I have over 1,111. I actually just checked today. I'm
what?
an average person. That's crazy. Of distributors. I really lead with the business. I love the product.
1,150. And Eric's going to be a misogynist SOB. I'm not supposed to name call. He's going to be showing some misogyny here because he's like, oh, only on social media. That's what I'm talking about. And she's like, only on social media.
That I work with, but I always lead with the business, and I don't do.
How long?
I joined this less than 5 years ago. Probably launched 5 years ago now.
1,100 in 5 years, and all through these systems, all through the stuff, paying for stuff, figuring it out as you go. And what I want you to understand from this group, and even more, is everybody started without knowing what they were doing. Everybody kind of figured it out.
John.
A click at a time, a chat at a time. And Charo asked, frontline or total? I'm guessing that's personally enrolled, right? The 1,100. Personally enrolled? Yeah, personally enrolled. I mean, think about that. How would you do if you had 1,000 personally enrolled people in your organization on top of what you're doing in organic? And I do believe that there's a mix. I think the combination of in-person, deep relationships, and utilizing technology.
Thanks, Kate.
Thanks
I
to
was
all of
just
you,
trying to back
and
up for
appreciate
both.
y'all. And the next one that I'm going to share with you is a dear friend. She has recruited, in the last 9 years, personally recruited over 10,000 people in 9 years. And added over 20,000 personal customers in those same 9 years. And that is Stormy Wellington. She's at one of her corporate events today, but she made this for you.
Hello, everybody. Coach Stormy here. And listen, I am super excited just to give you 5 minutes of some success tips behind how I've been able to build my TikTok. Now, many of you all know me from Instagram. You know me from even, maybe YouTube, but you don't know me from TikTok. But I'm excited to share with you just the basic things that I've been able to do to grow my TikTok. I have about 269,000 followers. And again, I'm just barely just getting started on TikTok. I have about 3.3 million likes on TikTok. Many of you all
That's what I was trying to back up for both of those. I didn't mean to say SOB. It just came out. It was an accident.
We are familiar with Instagram, and it's very different over there. I'm excited to share with you just the basics of what I've been doing. And I'm going to give you 5 tips to building your TikTok platform. Number 1, let's get to it. You got to be consistent on TikTok. I can tell you that I started my TikTok page about maybe 2 years ago, and I never really could understand it. It kind of turned me off until I started to learn just recently, myself, how to run my TikTok page within the last 30 days. And I'm watching the response from people, just grow exponentially. And here's some of the things I'm doing. I am consistently posting, okay? I'm posting the same videos that I would post on Instagram. I'm actually repurposing those same videos and I'm posting them on TikTok. I'll tell you this, the difference that I'm doing in TikTok versus Instagram is the language of my captions. You got to know across all platforms, the people are different. And TikTok people are younger. They're more hipper. They're more, straight talk, no chaser. And I've changed my captions to make it be a little bit more kind of like risque because TikTok is for the younger crowd. Keep that in mind.
I changed my captions to be more risque. Okay. Okay. I don't think that's a branding strategy, but okay. And yeah, she has a ton of followers. She's got a big team. She does well in multi-level marketing. So
as you are posting, and I'll talk about that a little bit more. But be consistent with your posts. Don't just post once, every 30 to 60 days. You need to really post every day. I'll tell you that I've been posting once or twice a day, and I'm seeing a huge difference in my comments. I don't engage as much as I should on TikTok, but I'm literally starting right now. Number 2, let's talk about that. Let's talk about engaging your audience on TikTok. How do I engage my audience? Let me tell you what I've been doing a lot lately, and I'm loving it. I've been going live a lot on TikTok. And here's what I've noticed about TikTok. They are very territorial. They love you to say, hey, I'm on TikTok. Even if you may have another phone or you're on Instagram, TikTok likes when you address that, hey, TikTok, right? They also love when you tell them, hit the like button, hit the like.
Another phone? Are we still here?
I need to get my followers up to 1,000 on TikTok so I can show that we can go live from Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, X at the same freaking time. And we can even do
One device.
One device. For the love of God. But I need to if you give me a pity follow on TikTok, I'd appreciate it. I have to get like 800 more. So
but hit the like button. Know that TikTok, goes off the algorithm. All of these social media platforms are based upon algorithms. Okay. If people are on your page and spending time on your page, that means you are in the algorithm. And when you tell them to, hit the like button, send me some flowers, send me some rabbits, send me some crowns, send me some hearts, and you say their names, oh my God, the people absolutely love that. And that is going to help you to show up in the feed more. That's going to help you with the algorithms and talk to your audience when you're on live. And I don't care if your live only have people. I remember when I would go live on TikTok, again, I'm new to this, like you. It was not a lot of people, maybe 100 people. Now I've seen as high as 600 people on my live at any given moment. And I've already broken the record for 40,300 likes. One live that I was only on for about 30 minutes. Okay. That's a great way to engage your audience. Okay.
40,000 likes in 30 minutes. That broke a record. Are you sure? Are you sure? I don't think that's the record, but maybe I'm wrong.
I don't know. Do we need to ask Kate or Jolie or Kathleen?
It's extremely important when you're on TikTok. Make sure that you are cleaning off your camera. You don't need a professional videographer, but clean off your camera, the front camera. Put some pressure on the back camera. Put some pressure, okay? Just keep it very clean. And inside of the app, TikTok itself, there's a lot of different things. You can add words and trending music. Make sure you know what the music is that's trending. That's a great way. And let me tell you something. Let's talk about leveraging trends. That's number 4. You can leverage trends on TikTok.
Why are we repeating advice?
I know.
Why didn't Eric be like, Stormy, you talk about this? I forget everyone's name because it doesn't matter. Talk about this. John, talk about how you can't recruit worth of shit. Fraser, talk about this. No, they're all talking about the same freaking shit.
Yep.
The words that people are saying, you can use those. The songs that people are using, find the trends, and you can use the sounds and even the dance routines and all that kind of stuff if you're really trying to get big engagement on TikTok. Before we go, I just want to share this quick few things before I leave you. Number 1, when you are doing your video, your TikTok reels, you got to hit them quick. You got to say something good, fast to get their attention. Like the first 0 to 3 seconds, hit them hard. Also, make sure that you are moving around and looking good because they like you to look good. Also, listen, have a call to action on every video, whether it's feeling good or telling them to do something. Make sure you give them some type of call to action, okay? Because they need to know that your page is a place to get information, but to be driven to do something, okay? And it doesn't have to be a sale. It could be, you could be driving them to feel proud of their stuff today. That could be a call to action. Y'all follow me on my TikTok journey. I don't want to be here too long. I was giving a minute, but follow me on my TikTok journey. Go with me, okay? As a matter of fact, if you don't have a TikTok page yet, go establish your TikTok page now. If you haven't posted on your page in a long time, my call to action for you right now is to shoot a video and go to TikTok post right now. So follow my TikTok journey, Coach Stormy with a Y. I hope that you guys was able to take some good notes because those 5 tips that I just gave you can take your TikTok business to the next level, just like you're taking mine. Congratulations. I'll see you guys later. Thank you, Mr. Worre. Bye-bye.
Stormy, John, Sarah, Tina, Lacey. Amazing. Here's what I want you to do now. We've been going 1 hour and 49 minutes already. Bang, like that. I need you to just shake it out. Just shake it out, shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Wherever you are, shake it out. Get
Why is
some
this
of
not
these
cut out?
Energy out. If you need a pee break, bring the phone with you. Bring the computer with you. Whatever you got to do. She said she needed a pee break. I've just got to tell you. Because here's the thing.
Okay, that's where they cut it. That's where they cut it. Great. All right. That was the...
Hell.
Oh my God. Not the worst social media advice, but really close to it. We're going to go ahead and feed over to Aaron's stream. I think the recap is don't give your money to Eric Worre. I think that's the best thing I can do to recap this. And we'll be back for more videos on the rest of this social media training. If Jessica still wants to stream with me.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I've told you about the shitty people in my life that I've put up with. What makes you think that you're gonna get rid of me anytime soon?
You're right. You're totally right. All right, just stay in the chat. You will get pushed over to Aaron's stream. Thank y'all for hanging out. If you can like the stream, that would be incredible. And go like Aaron's stream and let him know the secret squirrels sent y'all. And I'll be over there too. So, toodles.